Today, as always, I'm going to be very honest. I am feeling a little funky. I think it might be the full moon or just some different things going on relationally. I haven't quite nailed it down yet. And so I paused before I even started recording today and I was like, is this what I'm going to do today? Am I going to record? I want to use this as a real time example and modeling of intuitive entrepreneurship, okay, or even intuitive leadership of your own life. So, I had a lot on my schedule for this week. I mean, more things than I could get done, that one of those weeks. And today was, I had like an hour to get some things knocked out. But I'm telling you, starting yesterday into this morning and right now, I just feel heavy. I keep pausing and doing these check ins. If you've listened to my content for any amount of time, you hear me talk about doing self check ins, just taking a moment to pause and breathe and ask myself, am I okay? And today, what keeps coming up when I say, or when I ask, am I okay, is I'm feeling heavy and I don't know what it is. And so that went on, and then I did a little bit of work, and then I came out of a couple calls, and I'm like, okay, am I okay? Is it releasing at all? Is it more intense? And I'm like, I don't know what it is. And then I literally spout off like five things it could be. And I'm like, maybe it's a combination of all of them. I don't know. What I really need to do is take a day to myself where there isn't an agenda and it's just slow moving, and I listen to my body all day. So it's one of those body led days, is what I do. I take that as regularly as I can. And usually what happens is I spend some time in the sun and then I'll journal and I just process any lingering internal feelings or relationship questions or growth work that I'm doing in myself. And you know what? Externally processing is typically my best form of process. And I've been holding some things about my business and some shifting that I want to do and I'm getting ready for, because I'm not super into the New Year's resolutions as much as I am into like the spring, breakout. I don't know what you want to call it, but the spring, like breakthrough, maybe. That's when things are coming to life and seasonally and in nature there's more energy and growth and sprouting and things like that. So I kind of want to parallel that with my work. So maybe that's what's going on. Here's the deal. The reason I decided to go ahead and record today is because there is such a standard of hustle and productivity. And I get it. Like, shit has to get done. Obviously, I've been doing that all week, right? And now it's the end of the week, and I'm like, everything in me is just saying, pause. I don't know why, but just pause and hold. I think there's actually some things I need to hold and pay attention to and kind of look at different angles and soothe and show up for, and honestly like even hug um and just process a bit, and really just honor and witness, because sometimes we experience heavy things, right? Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's our own situation, maybe it's a fear of the future, maybe it's a shift in relationship or career or whatever it is. But this is one of those weeks, okay? So, what we're going to look at today is how do we approach heavy emotions, period. Here's what I do. First, and always, it's the check ins. That's how I recognize I'm even having a moment. Okay. So, first, I check in with myself, a couple deep breaths, just feeling into my body. wherever it's tight or tense or feeling pressure or weight. And after a few breaths, I just ask myself, am I okay? Some days the answer is, yeah, I'm good, feeling great. Most days it's like, sure, there's some things. And then my next question, I usually spend a little time witnessing that, which I have not had time to do that today. So maybe I'll do a little of that live. Here we go. But I spend some time witnessing just the energy in my body and where I'm holding it, how it feels. Can I name it? Does it have a name? Does it look like anything? Can I describe it? Give it descriptive words as much as possible? Is it dark? Is it light? Is it heavy? Is it sharp pain, dull pain, aching? Um, is it cold? Is it hot? Just any descriptors I can get. Is it behind my eyes, in my head? Today I'm feeling it mostly on my chest and shoulders, and then a little bit in my hands, which all lead me to believe that there's some weight that I'm carrying. I feel that I'm holding something today, and I'm not sure if it's mine to hold or not. I've got to get curious and dig into that a little bit. But as you identify where it is in your body, can you name it? So, starting with the check in and allowing that to move to a little bit of processing and naming of the emotions. And then I usually move to either breath work, guided meditation, or journaling. So it depends at what stage I'm aware of this weight that I'm feeling, which today I'm not very aware of it because I think it's new. So I would go to journaling first, get a little bit more data. And this is like almost a brain dump journaling, just processing everything that's on my mind. And then in that process, what usually will happen is something will stick out to me and I'm like, ooh, let me keep pulling on that thread. And so from the journaling process, once I identify maybe the one or two things that are really sticking out to me, then I will move into breath work. If I need to be connected to my body, like get in, if I'm feeling super detached from myself, first I'll do breath work and then I'll move into guided meditation. And I have some guided meditations on Spotify. And then I also listen to some amazing ones that I will link in the notes. Once I move through a guided meditation and I've journaled and I've brought my attention and my focus and my energy back to myself and to my body, I'm going to start getting a little bit more clarity. And sometimes the clarity is, yeah, this just needs to be witnessed and held. And other times the clarity is like, oh, I'm ready to have a conversation and get some, clarity between me and another person. And other times I have the next step, I'm ready to decide what I want to do. And you know what? As I'm talking and processing that's out loud and checking in, I'm getting more data on what is kind of holding heavy for me today. This is going to be a brief episode today because I really want you to practice this little check in. And when I first started doing these, I would put it in my phone as a reminder 3 times a day, sometime after breakfast, sometime around lunch, and then in the evening before I went to bed, I would just hand over heart, few deep breaths, pause for a second. It can take literally 15 seconds up to maybe 5 minutes if you have that much time to spend, but it doesn't have to be a long time. It's like if somebody was in front of you and you were like, hey, are you okay? That's literally what you're doing with yourself. You're just tuning in for a moment, connecting with yourself, and then showing up for yourself, right? So after you do the check-in, you body scan, you kind of see maybe what's going on a little bit, then you can ask yourself, what is one thing I can do right now to help me in any way? Just a little bit better. Help me feel a little bit better, help this moment pass a little bit more smoothly. What's one thing I can do for myself? And sometimes that'll be literally, I just need to sip some water, or I need to go stand in the sun for 5 minutes, or I need to get a snack, or do a little bit of breath work. I just need to relax and breathe for a few minutes. It could be very simple. You want them very, very small. And sometimes it's not something you need in the moment like that, like a snack or a nap or whatever. But it's like, I really, for me, literally right now, recording this, what I need is time with myself. I need to spend some time journaling and processing and making some decisions about some things that I want to do. And so what I'm going to do is, I can't do that right now. I actually can't do that in the next probably 4 or 5 hours. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm making a commitment to myself to show up tomorrow. I know that I will have some space to do that in the morning. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend an hour or two or 30 minutes or whatever I need to kind of move through some of this energy. So that's the practice for this week. And listening, I want you to check in with yourself and then practice this several times a day and see what you come up with. Take notes, collect some data on yourself, learn about yourself. This is why we're here, to learn and grow and explore and love more deeply. Good luck to you.